If you plan to purchase your pup from a breeder, make sure to know how to recognize a responsible and ethical breeder, and where to find them in your area. Dog breeding is a huge responsibility. Responsible breeders should have enough knowledge, time, love, and money to care for the dogs at high standards. They usually make a small profit from the sale, because most of the payment by the client is used to cover expenses, such as genetic health screening, stud and veterinary care, and registration. Unfortunately, people who don't have any of those still do it, because the breeding business can be very profitable. While finding a brilliant breeder can take a lot of work, it will be worth it in the long haul. Well-bred puppies are much healthier and better socialized than those brought up by irresponsible and amateur breeders. Actively seeking out a good breeder will also keep you safe from the illegal puppy mills and scammers. Ready to find a responsible and ethical breeder? Bring this checklist during your search and see if they tick off the qualities and traits here. Identifying a responsible breeder. 1. Knowledgeable about the breed. People who usually become breeders do it because of their love for that breed. And because of it, they use most of their time getting to know everything there is about a dog's needs, temperament, and quirks, which means they'll also be able to give you helpful advice when it comes to ways to keep your puppy happy. 2. Completed health tests for the dogs. Responsible breeders only breed from dogs that don't carry any health conditions, illnesses, or any other problems. They will make sure that the puppy's parents are healthy before breeding more. Depending on the specific breed, they also let their dogs take a specific test to certify that they are indeed healthy. Ask them for it, and they should be able to show you the results to find out if they breed from healthy dogs. 3. Invite you to visit the puppies. Responsible breeders won't give their beloved puppies to just anyone. They'll want to see and meet you in person to check if you're going to be the right match for the puppy. You'll be expected to visit the breeder and your potential pup at least once, and also likely be welcome to visit them multiple times before any money exchanges hands. You can tell if they are a responsible breeder if they have facilities that are clean and spacious and their dogs are healthy and well socialized. 4. Introduce you to the mother. During your visit, you'll get the chance to see the mother of the litter and see the environment your puppy grew up in. You get to see how healthy and well cared for the mother is and see her bonding with the puppies. 5. Gets you in touch with owners of puppies from earlier litters. Long-time responsible breeders can often connect you with other pet owners of puppies from earlier litters. They might even have a community or a Facebook group consisting of past members and puppy parents where you can chat and ask them anything about the grown-up litters. 6. Keep their puppies for at least 8 weeks. Responsible breeders don't allow puppies to go to new homes before 8 weeks of age. They ask you to wait to give the puppy time to grow, learn, and socialize, which will help him develop boundaries like bite inhibition. Some breeders may also keep them for a bit longer if they have a specific training plan for them. 7. Tell you about socialization and training. Responsible breeders usually have a development plan for their puppies. They take the time to expose the litter in those vital early weeks with new experiences, sounds, toys, and people, which will help them grow into good-natured and stable adult dogs. The right breeder will also be able to offer you a guide for continuing your puppy's training once you take them home. 8. Show you their license. If the breeder is registered, their license number should be displayed on all of their ads. They'll also be happy to show it to you if you ask for it. Their license shows that they meet certain standards and that they pass an inspection where their puppies are bred and raised. But remember, not every decent breeder is licensed, and not every licensed breeder is good. 9. Provide paperwork for vaccinations, chipping, and checks. Before you take your puppy home, they should already have done all the vaccinations, vet visits, as well as their microchip. A responsible breeder will have records for all of it, including every checkup done. They'll also give you all the instructions that you need to change over your puppy's microchip information, so you can make sure that it's up to date when you get home. 10. Asks you lots of questions. Good and responsible breeders invest a great deal of time caring for their dogs, as well as researching and deciding which dogs to breed, and screening prospective owners of the beloved puppies. They will ask you a lot of questions about your lifestyle, knowledge of dogs, and attitude. All this information helps responsible breeders know whether you're going to become a responsible parent to them too. They do all of this because they care, not because of money, because at the end of the day, both you and your puppy will be much happier if you're right for each other. Finding a healthy puppy is all about effort and communication. Before buying from a breeder, get to know them and ask them lots of questions as well. Only go ahead once you're satisfied, and know that everything's okay. Now that you've learned about what traits to spot when finding a good and responsible breeder, here are a few red flags common to puppy mills, brokers, and irresponsible breeders. Identifying a possible irresponsible breeder. Not knowledgeable about typical genetic disorders for the breed, and doesn't have their dogs screened by vet specialists. Doesn't have anything to show about the puppy's health, and only guarantees that you have the option to send the puppy back. Doesn't require a visit from you. If you do visit, they don't take you to see their mother, and just bring the puppy to you. Keep an eye out for barns or sheds on the property that could be used for mass breeding. Doesn't ask anything about your experience or love for dogs, your lifestyle, and everything else that matters to find out if their puppies are going home to a loving parent. Offering to ship or deliver your puppy to you, or meet you in a public place to hand it over, which just goes to show that they don't want you to see the mother or the environment the puppies grew up in. Offering puppies of many different breeds. Requires you to send money to another country. Be patient in your puppy search. Take time to carefully choose where you get your puppy from. If not, you could end up with a dog that suffers from serious medical conditions or behavioral problems. This may cause you a great deal of heartache, frustration, and expense in the end, or worse, you could end up unknowingly supporting those who put profit before animal welfare. It's also equally important to understand that responsible breeders do not in any way contribute to the situation of pets in rescue shelters. They fully support shelters, and most of these breeders help them in their rescue efforts by getting involved in the transport, fostering, and placement of the rescued dogs. Responsible breeders make sure to find good and loving homes for every dog they breed, and they keep track of them once they leave. They take great care in producing healthy, stable dogs that look like the breed is supposed to, and have the correct temperament. The dogs who wind up in shelters do not come from responsible breeders, but rather from irresponsible ones who produce poorly bred, randomly raised, or abused dogs that spent their early lives in one or more unsuitable homes.